guys. So today, Max and I interviewed USHL forward Matt Coronato, who is now playing on the Chicago Steel of the USHL and was named a USHL second team All-Star. And on top of that, committed to Harvard University at 16 years old. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Okay. So my first question is, growing up on Long Island, how was it playing for the New Jersey Colonials? As Max and I have played against their team several times.
Yeah, playing for the Colonials was great. I played one year there. My coach was Noel Rubin. I really liked him. He's a great guy, great coach. My team did really well that year. Actually, we were top 5 in the country all year, and then went to nationals, and we actually lost in the finals to the Chicago Mission. But it was a great year. It was a lot of fun. A lot of travel for me because it's like an hour and a half to get to practice, to get to home games, but it was definitely worth it. It was a great year, great experience with that team.
Yeah, I remember playing against the Colonials. The last time I played against them was like 2 years ago. They weren't in our league last year. And I remember like the first time we played them, they were like 8-0 to start the season, and we were also undefeated. But like we were really scared because they scored a lot of goals and they didn't let in a lot of goals. And then we walked in and we surprisingly won 5-0. That was like,
wow.
Yeah, that was shocking.
That's great.
Yeah, I didn't play that game, but I was really surprised.
Yeah, they just ranked the Colonials the 3rd best organization in the country, so that's like a really good team to play for.
Oh wow, I didn't see that. That's great though.
Yeah, they're always behind like some teams in like Michigan or something, like because the teams in Michigan are like crazy, I've heard.
Yeah, there's a lot of good hockey out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as a kid, would you call yourself like a hard worker?
Yeah, I would call myself a hard worker. I mean, when I was little, like always going to whatever extra skates I could find, like even off the ice, like eating right. Like I think that's all part of it. Like eating healthy, like get like running once in a while, working out. Like that's all part of being a hard worker, and it all translates to your game on the ice. So I think I can look back and say that I worked hard, and I still do today. So it's something to be proud of.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, especially during quarantine, because like we probably had all this time to just some people might want to sit around, others like are actually productive in their stuff.
Yeah, it's important to not waste any time.
Yeah, so it's like I went on. I had a Peloton in my house, so I went on a Peloton ride for a really long time. Then that got boring, so I switched to like running, and then that got boring, so I switched to biking.
Yeah, that's great. Just find any way to get better.
Yeah. And how's the switch from a prep high school to the USHL? And how did you cope with staying away from family and friends for so long because you were in Chicago?
The transition in terms of gameplay was tough at first. I mean, it's a lot more. The league, the USHL it's a bigger, faster, stronger league. It took me definitely a few weeks to adjust and get comfortable from prep hockey. They're just guys are older. Like I was younger last year, a younger guy in the league. So it was, once I did get comfortable, like it was great, but it definitely took some time. And with the family, I had been in prep school the year before, so I was kind of used to living away. Like I had already had 1 year away, but my prep school was in Connecticut, so that was a 2-hour drive from my house on Long Island. It was definitely more of an adjustment. Like Chicago's a 13-hour drive from my house, so I didn't see like my family as much, but I had a really great built family. They took great care of me, so that made it a lot easier to be comfortable and not think about it as much. But you're still always going to think about it. Obviously, my dad, and my mom did a great job. Like I would say probably like once a month they would come out, watch a game, like visit, go out to dinner. So it's always great to do that. But yeah, my billets definitely helped with keeping me comfortable in a in a new place, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like your built family is like a foster family for
Yeah.
the time being. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's great. It's really great. It's a great
Um,
experience.
yeah. When did you know you wanted to take the USHL route?
When did I know what?
You wanted to take the USHL route.
Oh, well, since I was little, I always knew I wanted to play college hockey. I knew that was a big goal for me in my career to play Division I college hockey. So as I got older and uh, saw the opportunity like coming closer, I mean, the USHL is, I would say, I mean, I think most people would, that it's the best league you could play in before going to college, best junior league. So having the opportunity to play there was special for me, and it was something that I looked forward to and really wanted to do. So it was just great situation for me.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's cool. Um, and what was like the big motive or inspiration that pushed you into like turning on the Jets and scoring a lot in the second half of your first USHL season with the Chicago Steel?
I think getting comfortable. When I first started, I was a little nervous, you know, like a lot of older guys, like a lot of big games. I wouldn't say nervous. I would say I wasn't like 100%. I don't I don't want to use comfortable, but I guess I could say that as the season went on, I started to get more comfortable with the way my team, the Steel, plays, and the way we go about things. And it was just, the Steel does a great job making it easy for kids to come in and produce and play well. So as the season went on, I think it really started to click for me. I had great teammates last year. The coaches are amazing. So I think just time helped me a ton. And that's why I'm really excited to go into next year as well.
Yeah, and you won't be like one of those new faces next year, so that's also good.
Yeah.
And you're already like settled into the rhythm.
Yeah. It's great.
Oh yeah. Have you always worn number 27, and is there like any meaning behind that number?
Actually, I wore number 21 most of my life, but Sean Farrell, I don't know if you know Sean Farrell. He was on our team last year. He wore 21, but a couple times in my life, like 21's been taken, and I wore 27 because my dad actually played college lacrosse, and he was number 27. So I think it's a good number, and I wear it now because of him. So it's great.
Yes, nice.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I wear number 30 because I'm a really big Henrik Lundqvist fan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's been great, but he's coming to the end now.
Yeah, don't really like to think
Don't like
about
to
Really?
talk
it,
about
but
it. Yeah,
yeah.
he's still
Um,
like,
yeah, he has a little bit in him.
yeah.
Yeah. And how did it feel being named the a USHL second team All-Star?
Um, that was great. It was big accomplishment. I mean, I put I was really upset with the way the season ended last year. Our team we were doing really well, and we were all looking forward to the playoffs and hopefully winning the Clark Cup. So that was obviously number one, but it's great to get recognition for something like that. So I was really happy and uh, thankful to be recognized for that.
Yeah, is the Clark Cup like the championship cup for the USHL?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So is like is the U.S. National Development Program like in your division or in the USHL in general?
Yeah, they're in the Eastern Conference of the USHL. So like they can win. They can win it. Like they go to the playoffs and they compete. So we played them a bunch of times actually last year. Had some great games against them. So it's always fun to play those guys.
Yeah. I mean, it's also like really weird, especially because like in 2019, so many guys got drafted from the USNDP. Um, but like there aren't like that many big names that are going to enter in the 2020 NHL draft that are actually from the development program. so that's kind of like really strange.
Yeah, it's different every year. I mean that team, that 2001 born team was really special that year.
Yeah, it's off with like Jack Hughes, Caulfield, all those guys.
Yeah, they were really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any music you like favorite music to listen to before games and practices and stuff?
I'm a big country guy away from like the locker room and like just normal times, but I'm not really like crazy about what I listen to before games. I'm never the guy on aux. I'm kind of just in there and I'm listening to whatever's on and I'm just getting focused, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, same for me. It's just like whatever song like gets me like into the mood of the game. I kind of stick with it for a really long time, and then I switch songs, and yeah, it's basically my pre-game music.
Yeah, go with what works.
Yeah. And when did you decide to commit to Harvard University, and why did you choose Harvard?
Um, I was in I was in 10th grade, I think. It was the end of my 10th grade year. And I chose Harvard just because as soon as I visited the campus, I loved it. I knew I would be happy there. And along with Harvard, like obviously great academics, which are very important to me and my family. Like school has always been really important for me. Like I get my work done. Like I try my best in school, so it's a big thing for my family. And along with the academics there, their hockey team has been great. I've had a lot of guys do well, so I just I knew it would be a good fit for me, and I'm excited to go there in the next fall.
Yeah, and like another follow-up question, like how did Harvard like reach out to you? Because you committed in 10th grade, which is like very early.
Um, I mean, I talked to I think the assistant coach at the time saw me play one of my games or saw me play a bunch of times. I think two of the coaches did, and just communicate with them and worked out like a time to visit, and it happened from there.
Yeah, that's actually really cool. Like at 10th grade, I probably wouldn't imagine committing to college.
Yeah, it's. I mean, now they have the rule where I
Yeah.
think it's June. What is it now? The rule? You
Like they're not
gotta.
allowed to talk to you before 10th grade, like at
Yeah,
all.
yeah, something like that.
Oh,
So
yeah, it's
it's
like
changed.
the same for my high school. Yeah, it's the same for like New Jersey high schools where you can't offer like sports scholarships, but like teams find a way like around it, where it's basically like coaches come look at your games, and then all of a sudden you get like a academic scholarship, but like and like occasionally some people didn't even do well on like that test, but they still got a scholarship. But they're really good at sports, so that's like their version of a sports scholarship.
Yeah.
Which I mean, they're not getting punished for it, so I guess it's allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Being a little bit of a shorter forward, how do you play and outwork the taller and bigger ones?
Well, for me, I think a big part of that is work off the ice, like getting stronger. I think as a little bit of an undersized guy, it's really important to be strong so you're not getting like pushed around. I think a big part of my game is speed, and I think like if you have speed, you'll be able to handle like dealing with bigger guys and tough guys. Like if you're fast and if you're strong, I think it'll you can make it work. So, but for that question, I would say working off the ice, lifting weights, like training, getting faster is huge for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean Max and I are goalies, so we're not based on our speed,
Yeah.
but yeah, we I personally don't really work with weights yet. My parents didn't want me going to the gym, but I was preparing to go to gym in high school, because we have like our own hockey gym in our high school.
Oh, that's great.
But I'm not sure if it's gonna be open or not.
Oh, with the COVID, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully it
Our school's like seriously into sports. Like we have like a rowing team, and they have like a rowing simulation, like a rowboat that's like indoors. And like the football team, because the football coach is like the director of athletics, they get a 4-story building like a couple blocks from our high school, which is like loaded with everything.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been there. It's insane.
That's cool. You got a lot of resources.
Yeah. Yeah, Kyle Palmieri went to our school, so we get a
Oh,
lot
wow.
of, yeah. He went to our school for 2 years before joining the USNDP.
Wow, that's great. I didn't know that.
Yeah. My next question is, I noticed that you had 69 penalty minutes this past season with the Steel. In your opinion, does playing an aggressive style of hockey help you succeed on the ice?
Yeah, I think you gotta play hard every shift. You gotta be aggressive, and a big part of my game is like my heart, like work in the corners and just defending teammates. And I'm not a player that goes out there to fight or anything like that, but I think when the time comes, you got to defend yourself, you got to defend your teammates, and you got to be tough. You can't get pushed around. So I think that was a big thing for me last year. And I think penalty minutes are never a good thing, but if you're playing hard and you're working every shift, I think it's not horrible.
Yeah. I mean, like drawing some comparisons to the NHL, like there's like Brady Tkachuk, who was like second in the NHL this season with hits. He had like over 300, and yet he's still on like he's still gonna be a 30-goal scorer
Yeah,
in the league, and
exactly.
it's insane.
You can add parts to your game like that. It's so important. You don't want to be a one-way player.
Yeah, I mean, as a goalie, Max and I are we occasionally give cheap shots, and we get a couple penalties here and there. I've only gotten one penalty in my entire life, and that was for calling a ref high, like after a goal was scored, which was a high point actually for when we went to Montreal, because we played some very good teams and we lost a lot.
So you're just taking out some frustration.
I mean, on the ref, because there was like so I froze the puck, or the puck should have been blown dead, or the play should have been blown dead, because I had the puck under my back, but something with the ref, like the ref probably like had an off day or something, and the players kept on poking it, and one of them reached under my back with like his stick and he put it in the net, and so I yelled at the ref and he gave me a 2-minute penalty.
Oh no. That's not
I'm,
good.
I'm like the opposite of that. Like I take a penalty, and I averaged almost a penalty every game last season, but I really don't care because like penalty kill is kind of like my specialty.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
occasionally
Also,
I don't even notice. Like, yeah, like sometimes I don't even notice that we're on like the penalty kill or anything, because it's like a couple seasons ago we won the state championship, but because we had a stacked defense, and we couldn't, and like sometimes when I was playing and I counted, there were like 4 guys like on the ice, and I'm like, wait, we're on the penalty kill. Yeah, it was really fun a couple seasons ago. Like personally as a goalie, because not that many shots came through.
That's good. That's always good to have a nice defense in front of you.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, as you said earlier, Dad played college lacrosse. So growing up, were your parents happy that you played hockey, or were they kind of into you playing a different sport?
Well, growing up, I played hockey and baseball. I really like baseball, but hockey was always my favorite. My dad played lacrosse, but he was a huge hockey fan. He had season tickets to the Islanders when I was little, so me and him used to go. Yeah, we used to go to a ton of games together. Like I fell in love with hockey. I was a big Islander fan. I'm an Islander fan. So he was happy that I liked the sport. He loves watching me, and he made a lot of sacrifices for me so I could play and travel and play at the level that I'm playing at.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, same for my dad. We're giant Ranger fans. And yeah, he wasn't like a season ticket holder, but we went to a bunch of games. And my dad actually went to Wayne Gretzky's last hockey game, like
Wow.
ever.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
where the anthem singer allegedly altered the lyrics of the national anthems and made a fool of himself. So I've heard.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah, but yeah. Yeah, but my dad also made a lot of sacrifices, or he still is technically. Like he wakes up at like 6 a.m. on a Sunday, drives me like an hour, 2 hours to a rink far away in like Pennsylvania or New Jersey, and then we play hockey, and the travel time is longer than the actual game, which always sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just some of the sacrifices that you have to make to play hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah. And are you currently thinking about like your spot or where you think you're going to place in the 2021 NHL draft since you're eligible, or is it like too far away for you to think about it right now?
It's always it's a thought, but for me, I'm just gonna go out this year, work hard, play my game, focus on winning games because that's what, and getting better and focus on how the team does, and hopefully that will take care of itself. So I'm gonna just try to play my game and focus on getting better for right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not planning on making it to the NHL draft anytime soon, as my NHL draft is or the year that I'm eligible in is 2024. But yeah, same thing. Just keeping on working hard and just playing your heart out every single game.
Yep.
Yeah, just what you do. And
That's what you got to focus on.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
After your 4 years of college in Harvard, do you know where you want to play after that, or?
No, I don't know about that. I mean, I'm just looking at it like 1 year at a time, every day. Actually, just look at the next day and how can you get better that day. I mean, I know I'm going to go to Harvard. I know I want to go to Harvard next fall, but in terms of after that, I mean, not really looking like that far ahead. I'm just trying to get better every day, have a good year this year, and keep going from there.
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. And lastly, what is your favorite NHL team and who's your favorite player?
My favorite team is the Islanders. They're doing pretty well right now. We just won last night, beat the Flyers, so happy about that. My favorite player right now is probably Nick Leddy. He's a defenseman. I used to play defense actually when I was younger. When the Islanders first signed Leddy, I was a defenseman, so I really liked his game because he's very offensive, great skater. So I love watching him, and I tried to play like him when I played defense, but now it's a little different. Now I play forward, but he's still my favorite guy to watch. I think he's great, so he's my favorite guy right now.
Yeah. Well, that Islanders Flyers series, I don't really want to like pick a winner as a Ranger fan.
Yeah,
Two bitter rivals.
That's tough.
But no offense to the Islanders, but the Flyers are kind of farther away, so I have to pick the Flyers that are gonna win this thing.
Yeah, you're a Ranger fan. You can't like the Islanders.
Yeah, I can't root for the Islanders.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if my Bruins lose tonight, I'll definitely root for New York in the East. My mom's a diehard Canadians fan, and she hates Philadelphia right now for beating them. So,
Yeah.
in a way, I'm obviously not going to root for Tampa. So I think Islanders is like the only team I'm like neutral with. So I'll root for them.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah. personally, my favorite player to watch right now is probably like Carter Hart or like Igor Shesterkin. But like my favorite player in general is Henrik Lundqvist, obviously. It's just that I don't like the style he plays, but when I was a kid, I used to love him, and I didn't really care about style or anything because I didn't even know I wanted to play hockey back then.
Yeah, and he's just great.
Yeah, he's a fantastic goalie, but he hasn't won a cup, which really sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
My
He
last
might
question.
find success elsewhere.
What was it like being drafted in the third round of the USHL Futures Draft, and were you expecting to go there?
It was great. I mean, I remember when I found out I got drafted by the Steel, I was so happy. I mean, the Steel is a great organization, like if not the best, one of them, and the way they go about everything is just so professional, and it's a great organization to be a part of. So I was extremely happy. I knew that I would want to play there at some point. So yeah, that was extremely exciting for me.
Yeah, I talked to one of your colleagues, Dan Vatch, the media director. Yeah, he's the one who set this interview up. Yeah, he sounded very professional. From what he told me over the phone, we spoke over the phone once. The whole organization was very professional, and from the way he conducted himself, it looked like he could have been like an NHL media relations person.
Yeah, he does a great job. He's a great guy.
Yeah. So that was my last question. Max, do you have any more questions?
I got one more. Who's your favorite country artist?
I don't know. I mean, I might have to say, oof. I would say Luke Combs. I think I'll go with him. I like. It's nice being out in the Midwest too, and in Chicago. I don't know. It's just a lot of the guys when we're out there. A lot of guys listen to country, and it's nice. I like it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I only have one country song that I like, and that's the most common country song, which is "Take Me Home, Country Road."
Yeah, it's a good one.
So that's the only country artist I know, and I mean, personally, I don't like country. I just never grew up listening to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad's a big rock fan, so we mostly listen to like Led Zeppelin or Aerosmith or something like that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll get into country when you get older. Who knows?
Who knows?
We'll
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for this interview. This was really fun.
No problem. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Good luck with your season next year.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Good to meet you guys.
Nice
to meet you too.